Hi everybody. There's definitely that autumn feeling going on, and actually I really do love autumn, but whilst I do, I kind of feel that loss of the pleasures of summer sort of moving out. And summer, whilst it's been really long this year with the kids breaking up from school so far, so early on, it just feels like it's gone too quickly. It always feels like that for me, and there is, I believe, a medicine in kind of just accepting the seasons and just embracing the next one. So I'm starting to get excited about autumn and what that will invite. And I've been doing a lot of journaling around that, actually. Journaling, something that I've resisted for so long. Just didn't feel like creative writing was my thing. But when I've got hold of my pen and giving it a go, with a lot of encouragement from some very supportive soul sisters out there, it's been hugely powerful. So just allowing that pen to flow, just allowing, it's like a channeling of your higher kind of consciousness, that inner wisdom that kind of just flows out. And in doing that, it's given me a lot of creative ideas and thoughts about the next season and how that's going to look. And there's a lot of change happening for me. And it's a new start for a lot of us, isn't it? With children going back to school and all that involves, new routines starting, trying to go to bed a bit earlier, getting up earlier. And so with that in mind, this workshop that I'm delivering on Sunday, I think is perfectly timed for people that are really looking to embed a new routine, because mindfulness is a habit. And so a lot of you have been reaching out to ask me what will we be covering on Sunday. And I have to say, I could probably spend an hour talking about the content, because there is so much. I've had to really streamline a lot of it, because it can be a bit overwhelming that first time, because it's very much about digesting a lot of information and learning the practice. So all you have to do on Sunday is make yourself a nice cuppa, your favourite cuppa, and find yourself a comfy spot in your home, preferably somewhere where you won't be interrupted, so you can really start to get to grips with the practice. And we'll be going through a few practices, and just enjoy it. Ideally have your pen, your notepad, so you can make a few notes as well. What we'll be really focusing on is the first part of mindfulness, the bit that is quite challenging to get to grips with. So in the ancient Buddhist tradition, you've got the shamatha practice and the vipassana. So the shamatha is very much tuning that attention muscle, rewiring the brain for presence and attention. So unless the mind's trained in that way, it's a bit like an untamed horse, like a wild horse. It can just run wild, thoughts are on autopilot, the mind gets involved in stories, and the awareness muscle's not very finely tuned either if you've not been practicing. So we learn to notice when our minds are on autopilot. But a lot of the teachers that I have come to really respect over the years do say that shamatha practice is really important to get fine-tuned before you move on to a more open awareness practice, where you look at that greater awareness of what's going on, that understanding of yourself at that deeper level, which is hugely powerful. But training the mind for attention and concentration and being present is so crucial, first of all. So so that's what we'll be doing. And I'm going to film a couple of practices that I'll put onto YouTube as well, which one of them will be an attention practice. So that'll be the one I'll be signposting everybody to after the workshop. And there'll also be a more a longer practice looking at open awareness, so you can get a flavour of that as well. So I look forward to connecting with those who are joining me on Sunday with your cuppas. If you haven't signed up, this is partly the reason for reaching out with this video. You might still be trying to make up your mind, so hopefully I've answered a few questions. But if you do have any more questions, then please reach out, and I look forward to connecting with you all, seeing you all. Namaste.